Hey everybody. The next thing on the list is to make interfaces instead of like right now I just have a list of numbers and then we kind of pass that around. If we go here to this definition, we'll see that let's see, that wasn't very helpful. Um, yeah, we'll see that, these are just lists of numbers, and it would be better if these were some sort of formalized interface at this point in time. It makes a lot of sense to do that. Um, so I'm going to go to the package.json, and I'm going to add a new command in there just to use a one-time use sort of thing. I explained it, just basically to make sure that mesh int, just to make sure that everything's all done in the right thing. Ng generate interface, and then mesh dash interface, and then I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to run it. npm run meshin. Oh, you know what? I'm not happy with how I did that. I'm just going to delete that. Delete. And I'm going to put that into a directory called interfaces, because we're going to have a bunch of them. Let's see. Let's do this again. And now we have an interfaces directory with a mesh interface. And basically the only thing we're going to have in there is an ID, and then that ID is a number. And that is easy peasy. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go into the service, and we're going to say that our mesh interface is, that this is actually a mesh interface. Let me just copy that. I'm just going to Alt and the left arrow. I'm going to say it's an array of mesh interfaces. And it's not happy with that because I need to import it. And now it's not happy with this because this is also a mesh interface. And this would have been a nightmare. Well, I don't know. I was going to say this would have been a nightmare scenario back in the day, but you didn't actually do interfaces back in the day. So now this does not return a mesh ID. Oops, Control Z. We return like oh my gosh, like this with an ID colon. And so that's good. Now we got a problem down here. Same deal. There we go. And now we got a problem on line 69. Oh no, we're good. Oh, it's unhappy with the extra paren. And now we're at the toolbox. It's not happy there. Let's go up here. For some reason that's not working. Oh, it's not playing nice. So this mesh list needs to be the same thing. So we can, oh no, that's not the right thing. Let's copy this up here. Alt left key. Paste that in there. And then this will import it. And then that's good. And now we got a problem in our HTML, which makes sense. And this is a mesh.id And we now track by mesh.id. And we are back, baby. Although that's messed up. And this needs to be mesh.id. Now we're back, baby. And that was easy. And that part where changing an object that you're using, that used to be a nightmare scenario back in the day. Um, so this is really that. Oh, then while we're here, there is one bug. Because if you go like that, this gets all wonky down here. So I'm going to fix that real quick while we're here. And I'm going to just basically max height is equal to 50 VW or VW, Volkswagen. Let's see. Yeah, that didn't help. And then overflow is auto. It's kind of weird. I thought that was the default overflow. Yeah. So now that makes a little more sense. A lot of times people want that to do the top. And then this actually gives me a chance, since I have extra time, because that was so much easier than I was expecting. This is where, like, a lot of times people will say, "Oh, can you make this tighter? There's too much space." And for this mouse pointer, they're exactly right. I mean, that is just a lot of unused white space. But for like your finger on this, like I have a touch screen, and I push that with my finger, and it's just the right size for a finger. Or like if you were on a mobile device or something like that. So like if the intention is that the application will always be used by laptop users, then it makes sense to tighten things up at this point. But if although tightening it up leads to a lot of complications with this framework in the future. This framework is very mobile friendly, but in this specific scenario, you should be okay just being able to tighten everything up if you need to. I would definitely fight that in general, and you will lose that fight. I've lost this fight over and over again, but because normally the first people that are sort of first decision makers that are looking at this are heavy laptop or desktop users, and they often use like spreadsheets, and they're kind of like things to be nice and tight and see all kinds of stuff. But then if you're gonna be in front of like regular people, the majority of them are probably going to be using phones or tablets to access this, and this is much better, much more friendly than a tighter UI. Anyways, that was pretty fast. I can't think of anything else to do. Next time, we'll start working on the update part of the CRUD, because we have the other three parts done. We have the add. We already had the add. We have the delete that we just did, and then we have the R, which is, I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, I guess I'm done. And happy coding. Woohoo! Bye.